Hey, hey, hey. What's going on? We're about to get this started. Hello, hello. Tap in, tap in. Hey, y'all. I hope y'all had a good day today. I hope y'all got y'all drinks ready. Your wine ready. It's Wild Out Wednesday. Hello, hello. Yes, tap in. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I see y'all coming in. Yes, girl. I had a long shift last night. Long shift. This is much needed. Hello, hello. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all come on in, come on in. It's gonna be good today. We about to have Miss Legendary on here today. I'm glad everybody knows each other. This is great. Y'all say hi to each other. This is lovely. Hope you guys are still being safe, staying healthy. Staying healthy. Got it coming on in. Hello, hello, hello. Look at you.
Yo,
You flashy.
You know what I'm saying? You know, coronavirus can't keep me down. You feel me?
Okay. I see you. Flashy. Hello. Hey, I'm normal. I had a long shift last night at work. Okay.
Oh man, I know all about it. You good. You chilling.
This
You're at home.
was much
You know what I'm saying? Cheers.
Much needed.
Cheers. There
much needed. Yes, much needed. How have you been? How's your quarantine been going?
It's been going good, man. You know, I'm the type of person who needs to settle down every once in a while in life because I'm a partier. You know, I'm out, especially living in Vegas. I mean, you know, every night is a party. So this is
it's like it never sleeps, never.
Oh my gosh, at all, ever. So you know, this
is you know what? To see the pictures of it just completely empty, that should be a historic picture, like
it will
in history, because it's never that empty.
It's
like
crazy.
Ever.
It's real crazy just to see, you know, some of the hotels having their lights off. Like Circus completely black. They trying to, you know, they ain't trying to pay no bills right now.
Not at all. Because someone had a video, I don't know what hotel it was. I guess it was a Lexor. I'm not 100% sure, but they turned their beam off for the first time, I guess.
And history or something like that.
They thought it was some kind of extraterrestrial thing because they saw like little floaters like flying. I said it's either birds or, because you know during the daytime you won't normally see that.
It's just like a regular,
because so many light. People. So people think it's like extra stuff in the light. It's aliens. I'm like, it's probably just birds or bugs
like
or something.
During like the winter time or the fall time, we had, I don't know if you remember the crickets. It was like a cricket invasion with a whole bunch of grasshoppers. It was all over Vegas.
Were they flying?
I guess they were flying them like mostly on the ground, and the Luxor was actually covered in grasshoppers. So you know they thought that was like. I was
gonna say, because I was in Nashville.
What's up, sis?
One time I was in Nashville and they had cicada season. I guess every 7 years is like mating season, and they come out the ground and they they don't really hurt or bite or nothing, but they're swarm. It's like crazy. Like it scared me to death because they're like this big. One got stuck in my hair at the pool. I was dunking myself in the water trying to get it out of my hair. It was bad.
Oh no, they was messing with the hair. You can't mess with the hair though. You know what I'm saying?
And they don't die right away in the water either. So I was like, I had an anxiety attack. I was ready to leave. I never wanted to go back to Nashville. I said, I came at the wrong time. This was not the time. Hey, y'all keep tapping in. So we're going to get this thing started. You already know it's your girl, Cindy D, and this thing with the gang. And I got Legendary here with me.
Only, baby. We quarantining.
One only.
Sorry,
And
I'm
who you
goofy.
just dropped your, huh?
Goofy.
Yeah, you just dropped your video. I just
Mhm.
saw it because I remember seeing you perform
Mhm.
literally at the first Vegas Urban Pride.
Yep.
That was the first time I ever seen you perform and seen you sing. And then when I saw your video, I'm like, that's the song. I was like, she finally got it on video.
Right.
So how was that like doing that project? Like, how was that for
Man,
you?
vibes has been, I've got a lot of wonderful feedback from it. I actually wrote it and recorded it. It's been 2 years already. Um, so a little background, I was a professional basketball player before I moved to Vegas. So I've been retired for the past 3 years. And once you stop playing ball, you end your career. It's like, what can I do next to keep people,
Yeah.
excited and keep bringing joy to people? And I realized I could hold a note or two. You know what I'm saying? I could rap a little
Yeah,
bit.
right.
So my cousin, Dottie Diablo, shout out him. He took me to the Palms. Now the Palms is the
Yeah.
biggest studio in Vegas. So he took me
Oh,
with him.
okay.
Yeah, he took me with him. I got to see how he worked, and his engineers like, take my number. And so I took his number. I'm like, okay, it's my first time recording in a big studio. First time, like it's just me and the engineer. I'm nervous because the engineer Jeremiah. I mean, he's big time, so I'm nervous as hell. Like, oh my god.
Right.
And you know what? Vibes was what came out of that. So
Yeah.
it took me a while
Was that
to.
like the first song you've ever recorded in the studio?
My first time ever recording in a studio on that scale.
That
I've got a
scale.
lot.
Okay.
I've been since college. My best friend, Bird, back at Prairie View A&M. She had the set up in her room, but I didn't
Oh,
take.
shout out to the
You know what I'm
HBCU.
saying?
Okay.
PV, all day.
Okay. My mom
So
went to Gremlin, so I already know.
okay, so yeah, we used to whip that ass in basketball, but it's all good.
Oh my gosh. Here y'all go.
Don't get no, but for sure, she used to record all the time, and I never really took it serious, but just because I
Yeah.
see how much joy that it gave her. I mean, I come from a musical family, so it's in my system. You feel me? But it's really,
Yeah.
it's really
No,
what
no,
it's
I
about to
get
me.
it. Because it's the crazy thing is a lot of the people I know that do music that are doing it just because like for a hobby, they're really good at it. It's something that they're like, even though it's something that they never thought of pursuing as a career, they're actually really good at doing music. And it's just like, I always tell people like, when God gives you a gift, just roll with it. Like you can't, no one can take it away from you. Just definitely roll with it. So that's
Absolutely.
really dope. So like, do you prefer, because you sing and you rap, which one do you like better? Do you like
Um,
singing or do you like rapping?
I like singing. I'm a vibe when I sing. I'm still building my confidence, so don't get me wrong. Like I'm still very nervous, like with my
Really?
brain.
You don't really show it. You're good at
Yeah. I'm,
hiding
I'm
it.
getting used to it. So I'm gaining my confidence, but I mean, it's a vibe. Like I love freestyling, putting on some like neo soul type beats and just kind of vibing out.
Definitely.
And it really brings out just the artist in general. I like to spit bars too, but I definitely feel like singing is where it's at. I feel like my voice is subtle, is sensual. I don't got that churchy. I'm not out here hitting notes like JoJo or nobody, but I can hold my own.
Yeah. No, no, I get it. No, I totally get it. But yeah, so what made you want, like, I know you said you played basketball before you started singing. Like, what made you want to retire from that? Was you just got old with it, or it was just that time, or did you get
You know, I'm
hurt?
I'm I'm a definitely a God fearing person. I'm a believer 100%, and I truly believe, and I've always lived my life kind of way. Wherever God guides me, I'm a
Mhm.
find my talent, figure it out, and I'm gonna work really hard at it. And then when that time is done, the time is done. And it took me a while to realize that. Um, I had just won Olympic gold medal, so I was in the
Wow,
Middle
that's
Eastern Women's
that's
Olympics.
great.
Yeah, thank you. I was in the Middle Eastern Olympics, and I reached a level, and I just felt like it was time to do something else. And
Yeah.
I'm
How
very
was that experience like winning a gold medal? Like, what's that like?
It's
Like, that's
cool.
dope. Like,
It was cool. I mean, playing ball overseas was just a different experience, but it's helped me as far as music wise. And, you know, I'm just trying to teach people that there's such a huge world out here. We're so fixated on America and what
Yes.
America's going through. Man, it's so much
Yes.
beautiful places around the world, good people, good vibes and energy. And, you know, basketball was like the easiest part. So, you know, I really used it to experience things. For sure. It was cool.
Yeah, that's good because soon as I get my passport, well, soon as this virus stuff is over, look, okay, because soon as I get my passport, I'm out of here. Like, I know there's, like, I tell people all the time, the world is so big. It has so much to offer, and you can be so successful, like, not just here, but anywhere, you know, and it's just crazy.
Let me show y'all my gold medal. Hey, hold on, let me grab that real quick.
I know, let us see it.
But, you know, I was trying to actually be on time for something. I'm like, let me sit down. I got one.
No.
One second, let me grab that. Pause.
Definitely. Because I want to see it too.
All right. Y'all ready for this? You know
I am.
How many people in the city, you know what I mean? So this
is amazing.
This is the United Arab Emirates. This is their flag for that country. I played for the city of Sharjah. It's like 5 miles outside of Dubai. So when we won the championship, you know, me and my teammates went to Dubai. We was cutting up.
That's dope. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Man, I'm extra. I would have that frame hanging up on my wall.
I want to frame it, but I use it like when I go to the studio, I'll have it on me just because it's energy and it reminds me that I can achieve anything that I put my mind to, no matter how much life is kicking me down. Because I was going through a lot when I was playing basketball overseas. And just to know, like, through it all, I still can make it to a level that people dream of and get to go to these places that people dream about.
Yeah.
You know, I keep it with me. I wear it to a show. You know, my name is legendary, so you gotta. I like to elevate my swag, so people got that gold.
Yeah, definitely. No, I feel you. Because not everybody say they want a gold medal. Yeah. Not everybody can say that. No matter where you are in life, like, you want a gold medal?
I'm just happy to be here. You feel me?
No, I get it. So, hey, guys, so I know some of you are still tapping in. So, guys, like, even though I'm asking questions too, you as the audience can also ask her questions. So, if you guys want to ask her anything, ask away. Like, ask. It could be about her music. I don't know what's her favorite color. Some of y'all be asking some of the craziest questions. I swear. People ask some of the craziest questions ever. I remember, I don't know if you saw my last video, but oh my gosh, we were cracking up because I had got a new phone, and I just switched to iPhone, and my iPhone kept like pausing and doing stuff. So I'm like, I finally got an iPhone, and it ain't even working right.
Was it people cutting in? You got put on Do Not Disturb.
I must need to do that. Yeah, I'm still learning. I don't know what I'm doing.
My phone's on Do Not Disturb right now. So anybody calling or texting me, I won't even know that they're doing that. So it won't interrupt anything that I'm doing.
You know what? Smart. I'm gonna do that next.
Smart.
I didn't know, because normally when you do Not Disturb, I didn't know like how it, you know, I didn't know you could still do live and do that or whatever. So
yeah.
So I'm speaking of like you performing at Pride. So how did you end up doing that? You know, was that like your first performance, like with that big of a crowd, or?
I actually performed. That's my biggest performance out here in Vegas. You know, shout out Weezy, Nicole, everybody over there.
Yes.
Pride. It was my first performance out here, really a big one. It was fun too. But I performed with one of my old friends. I opened up for 2 Chainz and Currency back in like 2015. Like,
wow.
He was like, "Sis, hop on the song with me." So, you know, we did a few songs. This one I'm like super green, but actually I went kind of hard. Yeah. I don't lie. But
yes.
I opened up for 2 Chainz.
But the fact that you know, you did a song with Bone Thugs?
I opened
up
for them. I opened up for them
Shut
at
up.
Fox Theater in Pomona in like 2015, I want to say.
Oh, wow. What's
Mm-hmm.
crazy is the fact that, by the way, her performing at Pride, like she won. So for you to be your first, like with that crowd, like you
Man,
won
I'm
like
not
the
gonna lie,
whole
I was
thing.
nervous,
So
dude. I was nervous because, you know, there's so many people out here with talent.
yeah,
Like we had, I know Toke was in there, the
it is.
boss. I mean, Quita Cash. It was some heavy hitters who've been doing it.
It
You know what I mean?
was. It was.
So it was.
Because honestly, that was one of the first prides I went to because I never really have been to one. So to go to a pride like that, especially something that's geared towards our culture,
It was
and to see the different kind of talent and
did you go?
just to see
Did
different
you go
kind
to
of
the last one in
people.
2019 at the Hard Rock?
Oh, I did because it's always around my
It was
birthday.
crazy.
It's always my birthday weekend, so
Oh
I was
yeah.
there. I was acting.
Yeah, I
It's
was up
always
in the Hard Rock like, wow, they up in here getting wild. Okay.
man, it was crazy. So y'all stay tuned for that because next year is probably gonna be even crazier. So
Yeah.
we got a question that says, what's next in your music journey?
Ooh, what's next? That was my big announcement. I was waiting a little bit, but it's cool. My
Yeah,
musical
what's
journey.
the announcement? We need to know.
Well, like I said, people have been waiting on me to drop something for a few years. But for me, I don't take it lightly. It's not. I feel like just like basketball, you have to practice, you have to learn, you have to get connected with your
Yes.
craft. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of people just, oh, I can
Mm-hmm.
do this. Let me just drop a bunch of stuff, and there's never no longevity. I
Mm-hmm.
got a mind frame to go to the top and to learn. So it took me 2 years to really just figure out my sound, figure out, you know, a plan. But I am finally dropping my album. Drum roll.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, so
yes,
my album
yes.
is gonna be called The Game Plan, in parentheses, A Night in Vegas. And it's
I
just a
love
journey.
that.
People who know me, especially out here in Vegas, like I said, club promoter, partier, strip club fanatic, if you may say. So it's kind of like a night of how I prepare for my night. It's the game plan. You know, I start off with the homies.
Yeah.
You know, we chilling, we smoking. I'm with my girl, and then all in all, I wake up and just realize that there's so much more to life than this. So I hit y'all with the deep conscious stuff at the end. So it's really a musical journey,
Yeah.
man. It's exciting.
It is. That
So I'll
is.
be dropping the
I
game
love
plan on the
that.
first
The
day of
game
summer.
plan.
The first day of summer,
In
June
the summer, you
20th.
said the first day of summer?
June 20th, because I love the summertime, especially out here in Vegas.
You know what? God willing, by the first day of summer, we gonna be out of the
Man,
house, out this month. So we gonna be turning up. That's
man,
perfect. We gonna be
seriously.
turning. I can't wait to,
Yeah.
because that's nice. Because a lot of people, like, a lot of people have EPs and do all that. Because a lot of people don't really make albums anymore. They don't make albums. Nobody really listens to, you know, the hard work that people put in. And it's just like, everybody's just like, oh, I like this song, I like that. Because for a while it's just like everybody's just putting out these songs, and music is, all music
like
is sounding
it's
the
a
same.
single party,
So
like just your singles gonna be hot.
yeah, it's just your single, but it's just like it's nice to have a real rounded,
well, one of the
work
producers
of
I work
art.
with, his name is Justin the Great. Shout out him. Coldest producer I've ever seen, met in my life. No offense to all the other producers I work with. Justin the Great is ridiculous, and he says some real. He's like, I would rather them see Legendary as a whole instead of like an EP where it's songs. So it's like, it makes sense. These days you have the thought like people's attention spans are short, so they're not going to go through the full thing. And I don't care if people sit from start to finish and listen to my album. That's not how it go. I just want to make sure, because it's not just about a night in Vegas. I'm also basing it off of like the concept is for basketball. So I have skits in there like the first quarter, halftime, buzzer beater. Like
that's nice.
Yeah,
that's very creative.
Yeah, so
that is so creative.
So June 20th, Vibes is my lead single. I'm really pushing that. And I'll be dropping a quarantine song with Making Boots. It's called Quarantine. I mean, it's called, I'm sorry.
Oh, she gonna be on here too. It's funny you say that because I just got in touch with her a couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah.
She gonna be on here in a few days. Y'all gonna see her
You
on here.
gotta
So
get her
shout
on
out to
there.
Megan Booth. That's dope.
Yeah, female, the hardest female
That is
producer,
dope.
man. Me and her been doing some crazy, crazy stuff. You have no idea the music we got coming out. And it's the perfect time. Like I said, this quarantine, you know, people are just so like, oh, what do I do with my life? I can't go outside, or
Mhm.
but me, I'm taking advantage
You
of
gotta
that.
get creative.
Mhm.
I
Sure.
tell, like, I literally went, I work in the hospital, so I'm
Ooh,
literally
bless you.
front line of everything. Thank you. I'm front line of everything. And I tell people, I went on a big rant today, and it's just like everybody is, very impatient. They're like extending the quarantine dates and everything. Like, yo, whether you want to believe it's a real virus, it's radiation, or whatever you want to believe, people are really dying out here. Like, on a
Mm-hmm.
serious note, people are dying. This stuff is contagious. With we as healthcare workers, we're putting, like, I'm seeing this with my own eyes. These people
Mm-hmm.
they're sick. They're not,
Yeah.
there's other people here that are sick that could catch this, that's already in the hospital. So I tell
It's
people, like,
crazy.
just be grateful. It is hard. I don't like being stuck in the house all the time, but I know how to be content with just like, I'm an only child. I know how to be content with myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
Man, what
definitely
was
stay
that like?
home
Being
for,
the only child. I have 14 brothers and sisters, so it's like,
oh my God, you
yeah.
sound like my
So it's
uncle.
always it was always like my nephews around and my sisters. I got such a big family. I admire those
I
people
mean,
by
well,
themselves.
I wasn't always alone because, I have, like,
'Cause-
friends that I consider like siblings that I've always been around. I have family friends where, like, they're like family to me, even though they're not biologically family,
mm,
it's still family. So I still had a good life. I will say I do have only child syndrome sometimes when it comes to certain things. Like,
super spoiled.
when I want to be left alone, I want to be left alone. If I want to be, like, that's why I'm like, I don't have
Right.
a problem being. So I do long for having, like, because I never met my dad, so I do long, if I ever meet him, if he has other siblings, I would love to
Mm-hmm.
meet them if he
Yeah.
does, because I was like, I always think that's dope. Because my uncle, he's one of 15 kids. Like, he has 8 sisters and six brothers. Like, it's
Wow.
crazy. That's why I'm just like, you guys having all these brothers and sisters, like, this is a lot.
It's
Like,
a lot,
how do y'all do it? That's a lot of people.
man.
Like, I would lose my mind.
It's fun. It's fun, man. I'm more closer to my sisters. They're like, the viewers on here. My sisters always support me for everything, no matter
Hey,
what.
sisters.
Yeah, my sisters, my booze. But it's fun.
Um,
I'm like, I get along with everybody in my family, like literally the thousands and thousands of cousins, aunties. I've always been that light in the family that just bring people joy. So it's always been fun for me because I can go over here, here, here. Don't matter. I'm always
yeah.
welcome.
She said, shout out to the Rolling Stone Papa.
Yeah, Papa Gino, man, the coolest man alive, the one who taught me everything I know. That's what we call my dad,
Hey,
Papa Gino.
it
He fly.
it be like that
He's the
sometimes. It be
baby.
like that
He's the
sometimes.
baby in his family. He's 75. He'll be 76, and his older sister, she'll be 101 in December. Shout out my aunt Alma. She like my best friend.
Wow.
Oh,
I would
don't.
love to meet her. I
Oh,
know she done seen some things.
you would never even know that she's 100. Every time she be like, "Hey,
I know
girl,
she
I've
got
been
some
I've been
stories to
playing bingo
tell.
and yeah, she's cool.
We
Super
need her
cool.
on here. I know she got some stories
She
to
does.
tell.
I call her. I make sure I call her every week. So if nobody reaches out to her, she knows every week that her baby calling her, and she be cracking me up. She's
Yeah.
hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Old people are funny. You either get, when people get to a certain age, they're either nice and funny or they mean
Right.
as hell.
Right.
It's
For
like
real.
you don't get it in between with them. They're
No,
either
like
nice
dang.
or they, even when they start forgetting, they either nice
Or they
or they
mean.
mean. Like, ain't no
They
in between.
they just
Like,
tired. They like, man, I'm sick of this.
they are. So what is some things that you like to do in your spare time when you're not doing music and writing?
I just hang out with my girl, my family. I have a lot of cousins who live out here, and they're like my best friends. So I be with my cousins. Um, I play PlayStation, video games. Trying to get. I used to play video games a lot, and I stopped for like 4 years. Now I'm awful. Like everyone's like, "Hey, let's run a game of 2K." I'm like, bro, I'm like the water boy in 2K. I'm awful.
I never learned how to really play 2K because y'all gonna laugh at me. I can't use the joysticks. I'm horrible
You like
at
classic?
using. Yes,
I'm with
because
you.
I'm really good at like I know how to play Madden. I know Madden that's upgraded
Mm-hmm.
because when I started, I remember I started to play. It was a newer Madden game, and I was like, "You got to use the joysticks. You can't use the clap." I was like,
Right,
"This ain't gonna work."
and then you gotta like
Like
move it a certain way just to move. I don't
that's
know.
what I'm
I don't get.
saying.
I like
Like
shooting games. I like Call of Duty. I play shooting games.
see, I try playing that too. I die every single time. Before I even get out the door, before I even get out the door and get to wherever I'm supposed to go, I'm dead. Like, don't ever put me on your team because
At
it
all.
ain't happening.
Nah,
Not happening.
that's
Like,
usually
I've
what I
never
do.
been a big gamer, but one game I would play was Madden. I've always loved football.
Football.
Football is like one of my favorites. Like, if
Yeah.
I was a guy, I'd play it.
Football.
I know
Do you
some
watch
girls
college
that play it,
football?
but it ain't for me.
Do you watch
Huh?
college football?
Oh yeah, I like it better than
Mm.
NFL because it's
Well,
more competitive.
my nephew is going to the Oregon Ducks. Justin Flo, number 10,
Oh,
Oregon Ducks, linebacker. So, you'll remember that name. You'll remember me saying that, and you'll be watching Oregon Ducks like, wow, Justin
I
Flo.
know.
He's exciting. So, you
He
got to
should
check
have
out
went to LSU.
man. He,
Tell him to switch.
he was number one in the country, so he could have went anywhere he wanted. But I think Oregon
He should have went down south. You
down
know, down
south,
south ain't nothing like
man.
SEC
Oh
conference.
yeah,
Ain't nothing
I'm
like
I'm
it,
with you. LSU has always been dope. Roll
man.
Tide, Alabama.
We done lot. No, we don't do no roll tide over here. I don't like them.
I'm an Oregon
They
Duck
done stole.
fan, so that's all I know
They done
now.
stole my coach. They done took my coach went pro. Then he decided he wanted to come back to college.
Right.
Then they stole my
He
coach.
came back.
I was like, I don't like y'all, But I can't think of the boy's name. I saw him on a funny video.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a running back for Alabama, but the boy is good. He's really short, but he's fast. Like,
Some talent.
oh my gosh,
Sports is
he's fast. Like,
people
dude,
do
I
some
will
crazy.
say that offensive line for Alabama ain't no joke. They are fast, like, cause it was on like one of those where people do those voiceovers.
Oh my God!
And they were
I know
like,
what you're talking about. It's
yeah,
funny they be getting Obama all the time. I'll be watching all.
dude, no, what was they
What's it
at? They
called?
were
Bad
like,
lip reading. Bad
no,
lip
well, the
reading.
dude that did it was his name is Pubby Longway on Instagram, and he does like fun. He's country. I think he's from Alabama, but don't quote me on that. He is country and funny, and he was like, the Alabama was like 4th and 5 or something, but he was like, shoot, Alabama 4th and 5, that's 1st and 10 to these boys.
Right, for real.
I was like,
He
bruh.
ain't lying.
So, like, doing back to music, have you experienced any, like, because even though, like, I'm very musical, like, but I'm not dumb either. And I know even though there are a lot of talented people, it's very political about, and it's always about who. So have you ever, like, gone through any certain situations where people, they didn't even, maybe, I don't know, maybe not even listen to your music, and they're just like, or just, they're not even like taking the time out to even just talk to you or,
Well, I
hear you
feel like
out.
it's for someone coming from a basketball world where it's completely different, and that's what I'm noticing. The music world is very hard, and it's hard to get people to support. It really is. That's one thing that's probably the biggest thing that I've had. It's not even like the big labels or anything like that. Like, I mean, I've had contracts sent to me and things like that, but it's just mostly the support and getting people, because you kind of have these days, it's more than talent. You got to have the followers. You got to have people with things. People got to, spread your music around. That's why it's important that I dropped this album, because I've got people just used to the fact that I'm not a basketball player anymore. I actually do music. So I'm slowly but surely just watching, and I'm learning. And so, but I really haven't dealt with much. I'm also the type of person, I don't really care what's going on around me. All I do is just, I sing, so I sing. I create my songs. I work on my talent, because at the end of the day, I'm going to go give it all I have, and I'm going to make it to whatever level God wants me to reach.
Definitely.
I got a different mindset than people,
Yeah.
you know. People, they really want to,
Yeah.
you know, I have to make it. I got to get famous. Me is different. You know, I don't, even with basketball, I wasn't obsessed with that thought. It was more so, I'm just happy. You know, using the talent. I'm making people smile. I'm sharing the light with the world. If I make it to whatever level I make it, either way, I have to be content because, you know, I'm the person that's living my life. So if I ever become big, like, you know, up there, or I don't, regardless, I'm able to create music, and that's what's important to me. And I really think it makes a difference, you know, when you got that
It
heart.
does because I will say, because obviously basketball is a different, because I played in middle school and a little in high school, so it is a different role. And the thing about sports is it is based off of your skill and your talent. And I will say, even in the music world, some of these people, I don't know where they be finding them.
You know, it's
I'm like, are we listening to the same
same
person?
thing.
Because there's no way that they should be this famous and
Yeah.
this, like, they are.
But you know what I realized? It's just,
They're not good at
you
all.
know what I realized though? It's everything changes, you know. So the generation right now, they're completely different from we were. We grew up on New Jack Swing and Tupac and, you know, R&B,
That's
90s
what I'm
R&B, hip
saying.
hop.
But like, even in the new generation, you gotta know
If
what
they,
sounds good.
I mean,
Come
I
on
don't be
now.
knowing what half of everybody is saying, but, you know, at the end of the day, they're doing something that's connecting with people. You know, or something in their music is maybe the way that they look or the way that they sound. I mean, if they can decipher, because some people, you're right, I can't even understand what they're saying, and it hurts my head. But, you know,
That's what I'm.
I'll
Case
never
in
change
point.
my music for
I
that.
mean, minus the trouble and stuff that he's getting into, Tekashi 6ix9ine. How
I
do
never,
people like to hear you screaming?
I
I
never
don't
heard
like
one of
all
his
that
songs
screaming.
before. I think I heard that
All he
one
do
with him
is
and Nicki
scream.
Minaj, just because.
But see, the thing is, he's not screaming on that song.
Maybe
He's not.
okay.
He's like soft. I call it soft rap. I don't know what it's
Right.
called. I don't know the political name for it. He's like soft rapping, but he's not. But in most of his songs, he's like literally
Screaming?
screaming, and I'm like,
See, I don't know.
screaming,
I don't
and I'm
know.
like, and you right, girl. Everybody do think they can rap, and I'm like, dude. And a lot of people want to get on. I always say this: you have people who can write, and you have people who can flow, because a lot of people are like, oh, they don't write their own rap lyrics. I'm like, you have people who can write rap lyrics but can't flow,
Yeah, that's
but
like
they can write.
that's
And
like
it's like,
the thing I don't get in the music world. I mean, I kind of get it just because I was, you know, it just goes back to when I was raised. I was raised in the 90s. So, you know, people were spitting bars, writing their own stuff. But to me, it's like some people, they're not, they can't spell that well, or they're not, you know, people have, sure, just a simple learning disability can
yeah,
prevent someone from writing their music. So why not? Whitney Houston didn't write none of her music. You know what I mean? She had her group of writers. I mean, she don't need
that's
to
what,
write though.
and I made a comment because a lot of people like to give Cardi B crap because she don't write a lot of her raps. But I'm like, look at here, she may not write a lot of her raps, but if I'm like me, if I know how to write a rap, but I know I'm not a rapper, and I give it to somebody that can deliver my message, why not?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's like,
why not give that to somebody who has a flow? Because like I tell people all the time, you can rap, but if your flow don't match your lyrics and your rap, you might as well hang that up.
But that's like
Like,
me. Like
hang it up.
I write my own music, but there's a writer. It's a guy. His name is Quill out here in Vegas. I work with him. He'll present me with songs because he's songwriters, and so I'll bring it to life for him, you know.
Right.
So it definitely works. I mean, me and him have a great time.
Yeah.
I love bringing out his stories for him, and you know, and you know, it is what it is. I don't know.
Someone asked, do you get inspiration from your uncle Gregory Porter?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you guys don't know who Gregory Porter is, it's my uncle. He's got 3 Grammys. I consider him.
Say what? What Grammys? What?
Yeah, he's got.
What songs he got a Grammy for?
He's like the biggest jazz singer in the world for sure.
Shut
Like,
up.
big like.
You know, when it comes to stuff like that, I'm so out of it. I don't be knowing these people. So when I'm like,
Jazz is the genre not too many people know about. My uncle, you know, mostly older, because I'm like the only person I know
Right.
that, like, my favorite, when people ask me who my top 5 is, my top 5 are Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Marvin Gaye,
Yes.
you know, so I'm a
Yeah.
lot different. That's honestly who my top 5. So I've definitely grew around jazz. But my uncle, he's, man, it's pretty cool to see him accomplishing his dream, and just his voices. You have to look him up now for tonight. When you
I
get
have to. I'm about
relaxed,
to look him up right
man,
now. Hold on, man. We got to
he's
look him
got a
up right
silky
now.
voice. He's six. I want to say he's 6'6".
Oh, he's
Oh
tall.
yeah, but he like, I see how, what it takes. You know, people think it's easy. Oh, I'm gonna get signed, or I'm gonna hit 1 million views in this. My uncle, he's
Right.
rarely in America. Every other night, he's in a different city in a different country. He's been doing it for the past, man, like 5+ years, where literally
Is
every
this
day.
him?
Yeah, yeah,
Is
that's
that
my
him?
uncle. Yeah,
What?
yeah. Shout out Uncle
Look,
Gregory.
look at that.
Yeah, that's my
We gonna have to
mom's
get.
baby
Need to
brother.
be on here. You done got 3 Grammys, boy. We need you on here.
Man, seriously,
That's
seriously.
amazing.
Yeah, so he does
That
definitely
is
inspire me. I
amazing.
mean, it's pretty cool to know that, like, my mom lives with him, so it's not like he's a distant uncle. My mom lives with him, so
Right.
so it's
Exactly.
like, just to know I can go to my uncle's house and he show off, held his Grammys, seen it. It's so inspiring to know, man. You know, he's got his Olympic
Yeah.
love. He just got to feel them pounds.
Yeah. Exactly. So have you guys collabed with music? Has he written music for you or
No,
produced any music for
I'm
you?
still, I'm still trying to prove myself, and really, we're in two
Right.
different worlds. He's jazz. He gets into the R&B and stuff.
Mhm.
So we haven't got to work together just yet. But like I said, I just started really being, for him, like, oh, you just started doing music like a year ago. Okay, so I'm showing him. So he'll
Right.
post certain, he'll post some of my stuff when I was in the Vegas Cypher, little
Yeah.
stuff,
I saw that too. Someone shared it and I was like,
Oh
that's
yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
That was
and the
hard.
owner of Vegas Cyphers, that's my cousin. It's talent all around me, I'm telling you. Shout out
Bro,
Breon, shout out DJ
okay.
Hush, the Vegas Cypher is ridiculous. Like, what they're doing
Yeah.
is just all females, just, I mean, I've seen some amazing, amazing ciphers. They make you step your game up. When you hear people, it just make you feel good.
Oh
I want to
yeah.
collab with her. So I really like stuff like that. I'm about supporting women and making sure that, people see us,
Oh
for
yeah. No.
sure.
So yeah, because definitely I'm all about supporting women and uplifting women and know that we can do anything. Like, so, like, for example, I don't know if my cousin is still on here. She was just on my live, but she wrote me one day and told me how much I inspired her to get started with just, because she's really good at hair, she's really good at makeup, and she's like, I want to, do my own videos. And I'm like, do it. I'm like, this is what you need to do. I'm giving her like, just do it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 1 million followers, but I know eventually, like, my page is going to grow and I'm going to have so many people on here. But my overall goal is to always inspire and help people and have them, have them inspire other people too. Like, I always tell people my business, Underrated TV, like, I always tell people, like, the definition of, like, I always look up words. Words mean things. And underrated in definition means like you're either underestimated or very undervalued. And I don't want people to look as if like they're undervalued, because you do have people who don't desire to go mainstream with their music. They just want to do what they're doing now and stay local and be local in their communities. But that doesn't mean that I can't do my part and get them out there. So when I say people are underrated, it's people who are good at what they're doing in their own communities, but nobody knows what's going on in their own backyard because you're busy by all the flashing and all the celebrities and everything that's
Sure.
just, what I'm saying? You're not looking at the people in your own community. And like you said,
I
with
appreciate
support.
that. I appreciate people who are, I mean, your passion is just, you are inspiring because you just said, you know what, I'm gonna get this platform, I'm gonna do it. That's the first step for you to do it. Go on live.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big, I don't go on live, like people never see me on live, you know. It takes a lot.
Oh,
I
really?
don't
Yeah.
know, I gotta start getting into it. But you know, to me, I'm inspired by
Yeah.
people who have the courage to just be like, I'm gonna go on here, people are gonna listen. And you're right, you don't, your
And
following
that's
is
the
there.
thing, like I don't like to see myself on video. Like I hate recording. Like I'll take pictures all day long, but don't record me and put me on video. But you know, because I say this all the time, my original goal was to be sitting down with you physically
Mm-hmm.
and doing an interview with you physically, but because of quarantine, you know, I had to get creative because everybody was going live. So I was like, well, why not just do live interviews and still have people get their message out there?
Right.
Do, you know, because people, like, even though these are small owned businesses or whatever they do, there's still businesses that need to operate during this quarantine.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely. We gotta
yeah,
stick
definitely.
with people, you know. We gotta, it's all about community. You know, they always say it takes a
It
village,
is.
right? But it really, you know, how deep are you going into that? People can say that all the time, but it's like, what are you really trying to
Exactly.
do to uplift the community, inspire the community, change the community, help the community, you know? And it starts with
Mhm.
just these interviews, you know, for artists like me. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
it makes me feel, you know, I definitely have a fan and people want to hear from me. And I, you know, I appreciate the
Yeah.
platform for sure.
Thank you. I totally appreciate you letting me bring you on here.
Mhm.
I know you have to go soon because I know you're about to do a live performance. I know.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that. So
this
hopefully
that's this
that'll come
Friday.
up.
That's this Friday.
Oh,
I
it's
have,
Friday. I thought it
yeah.
was tonight.
No, it's a see, I don't really I'm still working on my social media. I need someone to do it for me.
Yeah.
You know, so I just be like, all right, I'm gonna post because I'm the type of person, I put my phone on for real, I put my phone on do not disturb and I won't look at my phone for 2 days. You know, because you know, I don't like to feel, when I start feeling like I'm
Mhm.
picking up my phone for no, there's no reason for me to have it in my hand. You know, to me, I feel like I've lost
Right.
myself that way, and I don't care. There's so many people who are like, you need social media to make do all this. Man, let me tell you something.
You really
You
don't.
don't.
To an
If you
extent.
know
It's to an
Jennifer
extent.
Lawrence, Jennifer Lawrence is one of the biggest actresses in the world. Hunger Games, the actress from Hunger Games. She don't got
Mhm.
no. She's never had social media. She's like, if you ever see social media, someone with the Jennifer Lawrence, it's not me. You know, you don't really need that. You just need to get your product out. You need to, you know, just get out there and
Yeah.
10 toes down. You feel me?
Yeah, because I tell people there are always different ways of marketing. Because I have a friend that's just like you. She's not really social media, but she's doing it more because she does have her own yoga business, and I told her, she was like, "What do I need to do to try to up my followers or do this?" And I was like, "Really, you have to be repetitive and consistent. Consistency is the key to everything you do in life, whether if it's business, working out, eating right. You
Woo,
have to stay consistent with it and do what you do.
and you
Like,
have to stay, and that's one thing, you know, when people say, how do I get more followers and this and that, it's like you're already not even putting all that you have into what you're trying to do, so you're already taking
right,
from that, you know what I mean? I really believe, I'm a very deep person, so I really truly believe that it's bigger than all the views, it's bigger than all the fans. It's about really focusing and giving everything that you have for your passion. You know, God gave you a talent, so either you're going to show him,
yeah,
I appreciate it, I'm gonna put 100% in, or you're not. You know, when we start thinking about the
exactly.
surrounding things, it kind of takes from that genuineness out of it. You know what I mean? So that's how I
Yeah.
think.
No, I didn't leave you on read, baby girl. I was trying to finish but I thank you all for the comments. I definitely appreciate the support,
Yeah, no.
100%.
Oh
I
yeah,
definitely appreciate you
since
guys.
y'all want to support, I actually am a business owner. I have a store. It's called Live Legendary. With the everything that's going on, I'm taking
Hmm.
orders. Like I sell everything from air fryers, robot vacuums, robot window cleaners. I sell drones. If you want
Straight up,
to
because I
video,
need an air fryer.
I
Where can
got
I get that?
blenders. I have movie projectors, movie projector screens. I was gonna set up my screen for the little video, but I couldn't.
That's what you
But
should
I
have.
couldn't with the
That's
lighting. It wouldn't have,
oh,
because it's got to be, you know, in my head kind of.
yeah.
But yeah,
What so is the website how can
I'm
we
working.
get to that?
I
Is like a
just
link?
started my stores, so I've been open for 2 months. So right now, the best way to do it is just contact me, my inbox. You know, if you, my Instagram is at legendary 1988, and it's not spelled normal. It's legendary with 2 R's and 2 E's because my last name's Derek, and I just took the 2 T's off. To you know, and so if you go to at legendary 1988 on Instagram, Facebook is at legendary. Well, I guess you don't at on Facebook, but I don't search me,
Yeah.
and just pull it up. And I always post in the marketplace. You'll see pictures, and I just have different stuff, sound bars. I mean, my store,
Wow.
I do it just
You got a
for.
fire stick? I need a fire stick.
Oh,
I'm
I need
late.
to.
I ain't
You
bought
are
one
kind of
yet.
late, but it's cool.
Cause
Better
I
late than
just be
never.
honestly, I just be on Netflix and Hulu if I watch any. Cause I don't watch a lot of movies or TV a lot anymore.
Oh yeah.
So now I just be on like if I do watch anything, it's on Hulu or Netflix. So it's just like,
Oh
do I
yeah,
really need
Netflix.
one?
I was thinking about getting some stock or something in Netflix.
No, okay, no. So let me put you up in the game right now, because during, obviously the stock market crashed, but during this time,
Mm-hmm.
stocks are really, really cheap. So I have Robinhood and Stash. So I
Okay.
have like a couple of, because they have a lot of stocks that are under $25. So like right now, you have some oil stocks that are like literally like under $5 a share. So I have like a couple of oil stocks, like obviously the airplane companies are super low right now, but I'm
They're
telling
gone.
you guys, like
They're gonna
that's what I'm saying. It's all gonna shoot back up. So be smart with your stimulus checks. Don't blow them. Pay your bills, but definitely invest
Right.
wisely. And I would
Leave
definitely
Amazon
recommend.
alone, y'all. Leave Amazon Prime alone.
Oh, I stay on Amazon too. I
Yeah, my
love
lady does
Amazon.
too. My girl, oh my gosh, she's
I
probably on
love
Amazon
Amazon.
right now. she
When I
was
tell you, I stay on Amazon trying to find, like I was gonna go on Amazon today because I need a new flat iron. So I was like, I need to go on Amazon.
They do
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
I'm
Like
not even gonna hold you.
I
That's why he's the
stay
richest
on
in the world.
Amazon.
That's why he's the richest in the world.
It's so cheap. You find stuff that's like literally like the price is unbelievably low. So it's just that's right, girl. Like I stay on Amazon. I find anything on Amazon.
Who
I even
cares?
bought a wig off there once, and it was
Girl,
lit.
girl, y'all, you
I
have y'all
swear
resume.
I did. I did.
Hey.
I wore it to Pride, where you perform.
For real,
I got
you
that
have
wig
your
off
Amazon lace
Amazon.
front? I ain't even mad at the Amazon lace front. Okay.
I ain't gonna fake the fun. I am not. Let me tell you something. I am not by any means. I don't care how rich I get. I'm not spending over $100 on my hair.
Girl,
That's out. Like that is out.
Like,
I don't care how rich I get. I'm not spending like.
Like it doesn't matter how big I'm gonna get. I'ma still eat noodles. I'm still eat top ramen. I'm still
That's
eat
what
the
I'm
warm up
saying.
burritos.
Like people be
I just
trying
have
to
a
act too
Lunchable
bougie.
today. Like I love a Lunchable.
eBay got no. They got 2-day shipping. I need to get on eBay then. I don't be on eBay because sometimes I question eBay a little bit.
See, I
But
don't be doing
it look
none
a
of
little
that.
new now. I'm gonna have to get on there. See, y'all got me spending money that I don't even have yet. Look, golly.
Y'all better save that.
Girl, I can't wait. Look, I can't wait till the nail salon open. What's one thing you can't wait to do after the quarantine? Like I cannot wait to get my nails done.
One thing I can't wait. Usually what I do, I go eat a lot, of course. You know, Vegas has so many cool restaurants, but I go to the movies like every night. I have an unlimited Regal movie pass, so I'm kind of just excited to go sit in a movie theater and sneak my food in. I just miss sneaking my snack.
Who pays for food at the movies
no,
anymore? Like who
no,
does that?
And I'll be coming in with like meals, and they're like, you can't bring it in there. I was just eating in the hotel because I go to the Regal at Texas Station. They're like, you can't bring it in here. I'm like, so what you want me to do? Leave my food on, over here. And they're like, okay. I'll be getting them.
That's what I'm saying. Now I will say, because I haven't been to the movies in a minute, just because all the movies be online now. So like, if I ain't gotta leave my house and pay for it, then I'm not.
It's
But
different.
it is, because I went to this one movie. I can't remember what I think it was what's that movie? AMC? Is it AMC? Did I say that right?
Yeah, there's
AMC.
theater.
I think it was an AMC, and it's near my house. Man, I've never seen a movie theater this nice. They had the reclining seats with you press the button, the order.
You gotta try.
I'm like, and I went to go see Us. I went to go see the movie Us when I went there. And I was just sitting back, and then the person I went to the movies with started falling asleep. I'm like, bro, you can't fall asleep. I mean, but it makes you want to fall asleep.
I fell asleep in a lot of movies.
Bro, it's a recliner. Like, how can I not get comfortable?
I just ate my full, Benihanas I brought up in here. And
you brought Benihanas to the movie?
I'm telling you. Yo, I'm telling you.
Bruh,
I've been that way.
That's a whole meal for real. You brought
you gotta bring your burritos, like everything. I'll bring everything, like even cups with like just my girl will put them in her purse. Like, oh my god, that sounds so bad. That sounds so bad.
It's not. I do it too. Now I will say now they tell you're not supposed to bring food, but I love drive-ins. Oh, if I go to a drive-in, we hit up, like, because I'll usually, like, take my son, we'll go, like, out to eat or something, so we'll, like, I remember one time I ordered a whole pizza and had it in the backseat of my car at the drive-in.
Yep.
No joke. I wasn't about to pay $5 for no one hot dog.
The drive-in don't got the good food. Like, they auntie in the back making the hot dogs. Like, I don't know.
No. Now, what I would, even popcorn, because my son loves popcorn, so what I'll do is I'll go get, like, the big old bags of popcorn. I swear, I'll go to the dollar store and stock up on some movie snacks. I said, bro, I'm not spending all this money at the movies, not in no drive-in either, because I'll fit it all in my trunk. I'm telling you, the drive-in is dope.
The drive-in is super dope. I remember one time, I'm not gonna lie, I had my nephews with me, and I'm like, well, I don't feel, y'all ain't got no money, I don't feel like paying, so I just had them lay in the back and put like a blanket on them in the trunk. But they knew, like, they're like, oh,
no, we did not. No. That's not, no.
My trunk, you need a warrant for that. And I had my nephew was in
That's
there.
What I'm saying. We did that before. This was when I used to live in Kansas. It was 2 people in the trunk. We had 2 people in the trunk because that was when a carload was like $10. They did a carload for like $10 was one of the deals. And we had 2 people in the truck because this was one of the old school cars where the back seats went down and there was an opening to the trunk. It wasn't like blocked off or nothing. So they could just crawl through the back seat. When you get out, I was like, bruh, driving is lit. If y'all ain't never been to a drive-in, because you can really watch. That's what I'm saying. You be at the movie, like the drive-in, you be at the drive-in till like 3 o'clock in the morning because they show like 3 different movies all at the same time. Like,
yeah, that's what
I love the drive-in. Drive-ins are lit. I would rather go to a drive-in than go to the theater. Like, I would drive-ins are lit. I miss that. That's one thing I would do after quarantine. I'm going to the drive-in.
Actually, the one thing that I am gonna do is I'm gonna jump off the stratosphere.
You can do that?
You bungee jump off the stratosphere. So I'm definitely.
Oh no!
Yeah,
you can have that. I'm scared. I'm not bungee jumping off nothing.
Everybody usually like jumps out what is it called, skydiving. But I'm gonna do something different. I don't like to do what everybody else do. So I'm gonna just jump off the side of the stratosphere. But I'm gonna use it as like I'm letting everything go. Like all my whatever been holding me back, I'm gonna let it go. Cause at the end I can either die or I'm not. So I'm gonna just risk my life, and then once I survive it, then all the stuff in the past has been.
I'm already risking my life at the hospital. I'm not jumping off no building.
Man. So I know you got heavy duty masks. I heard that people in like
it's not even that
stuff. Like.
Sweet 25T, you gotta go to the drive-in, girl. You missing out. You got to go. You are missing out.
Yeah,
I'm telling
Sweet 25T, you gotta tell your boo to take you to the drive-ins.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't boo ain't never took you to a drive-in, fire them. X them out.
Your boo is
slipping. Because the drive-ins, one thing this is what I tell people. So like what they got us doing now, because you know those N95 masks that they got everybody wearing.
Mm.
The floor that I'm on, like in the hospitals, like well, my hospital, the only departments that can have those masks right now are ICU workers that work in ICU, or like the workers that work in the emergency
What kind of
department.
mask is that? It's like a.
Well, okay, so that mask, so this is the mask. I'm gonna show you guys the difference. So the N95 mask, they're the circular mask,
Oh
right?
yeah, okay.
Those masks don't have holes in them, and they seal the air from coming in.
I would suffocate.
Yeah. It is tight. It is tight on your face. Like it's not loose at all. Like these are looser, and they have I don't know if you won't be able to really see it on here, but these masks like these have they're not super tight, but they also have like little the holes are very, very tiny. Okay. So you can still be at risk of getting sick, but the thing is, like, there are the air particles that are coming through the mask are smaller than if you didn't have a mask on at all.
Oh, right.
So like like on my floor, like I work on like the 7th floor in my hospital. I work on the top floor. So like we can only have, like, we use one mask and we have to wear it the whole shift. We only get one mask for the whole shift because there's like a high demand, so we're like low on supplies. So you get one mask, and then like if we have a patient who is positive for coronavirus, we have a mask, we gown up in, like, I don't know if you've seen some of the videos where the nurses have on those yellow gowns.
Yeah.
So we wear those, and then we also wear like it's like a half helmet, but it's like a big face shield, like a half helmet and a face shield, and it's I literally like call it a transformer helmet because that's how I feel when I put it on. Like it's like a transformer helmet. And it's hot. Crazy. Like you're literally sweating every time you like going into somebody's room and coming out. Like it's so hot.
Y'all working like 12-hour shifts. I mean,
yeah, I work 12 hours. So I work 12 hours. I work at night. So I work from 6:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I work 12 hours at night, and I only do that about 3 days a week. But because they have been trying to limit admissions for certain things, like if they can be handled outside of the hospital, because like, you know, we don't know if this thing is going to go which way, you know, like we don't know if we're going to get a swarm of patients in. So because of that, I've been losing hours at work too. We get what's called flex. So like sometimes I'll have to stay home if they don't need me. And, you know, I tell people all the time, like, even though I'm still working, like I'm being hurt financially as well, because I'm only, instead of working 3 days a week, I'm working 2 days a week. And now they're giving us what's called COVID pay, which is like, instead of using your PTO, it's COVID pay, which is like you get about 80 hours. For my job, we get about 80 hours. But you have some nurses who have already used up all of their 80 hours because they keep getting flexed. And it's like, now they got to start using their PTO. So what are you going to do with that? Are you going to add more hours to COVID pay? Or what is it? So it's very stressful. Like, definitely keep us in your prayers, because it is stressful.
You guys got a lot on your plate. So, you know, we appreciate you and praying prayers up for you guys. And, you know, you'll be all right. Just stay strong, you know.
Yeah, because I'm not even going to lie. One night at the hospital, I did have, like, I had to go by myself because it was just so busy. And it caused me, because like I'm usually a strong person. Like I usually can just get through it. And what I do is I just laugh my way through everything. And there was a time in the hospital, like I literally had to step away and break down, because it was just like, it was so much going on. Like it was just too much. Right. I was like, you got overwhelming patients calling every like 5 minutes. You got, it's a lot. And you know, we have a lot of essential workers. Like you even got like UPS people who are delivering mail that has twice the mail, because now everybody's ordering everything offline. Oh, Lord, yeah, no. So yeah. Thank you so much. She got shipped to New Jersey. Oh no, is she a nurse that she got shipped to New Jersey? Is she a nurse? Because I know some people from like Vegas or other cities are getting shipped to like New York to
Oh
help.
yeah, yeah.
Because
I
yeah,
have a
because their
been in the
staff, because the
hospital.
staff are getting sick now. Like the staff, because you got the staff who's working with the patients now, they're getting sick, so now you got to find people to cover them.
Right.
Oh wow,
My
bless her.
uncle,
We're praying for her too. That's rough.
my uncle has the virus. He's in New York. So far
Yeah.
they put him on the, he's doing better. He's gonna fight through it. He's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been kind of crazy. But it's all right, people. Don't stress.
Oh Lord. It says we got 25 seconds.
Oh,
Okay, guys, so we're gonna wrap it up. I'm so sorry.
again,
It's been
y'all
I love talking to you guys.
y'all make
Definitely
sure
go follow her.
yeah, go follow me. My song Vibes is out on YouTube. June 20th. My album's dropping. The Game Plan, A Night in Vegas. Y'all be ready for it. It's gonna be available everywhere.